Being part of the Pray For Me campaign has impacted our family, I would say, in a lot of ways. Watching you guys be part of it from the receiving end has shown us how important this is to keep it going.
We see you guys as teenagers and the students we're praying for. We see their needs similar to yours, and so it makes us more aware of what you guys are going through and maybe some of the prayer needs that you guys have that our prayer students also have.
This last year of the Pray For Me campaign has been really impactful, specifically because the amount of reminders I receive that there's people praying for me. Like, I'll show up to work and someone will bring me a bouquet of flowers and just remind me that they're praying for me, and they'll pray for me like while I'm at work, and they'll constantly email me or send me letters. And so it's just a really good reminder, because I know that I'm being prayed for, but to just hear it multiple times throughout the week that I am actually being prayed for.
I signed up for the Pray For Me campaign because I was curious about what it was, and it seemed like a good way to connect to an older generation that I would normally not connect with at all.
I used to teach junior high Sunday school and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and just getting busier with more things, I stopped teaching. So when I heard about the Pray For Me campaign, it just seemed like a great opportunity to reach back into that community and build some more relationships with them.
I signed up for the Pray For Me campaign mainly because watching my kids and seeing what a benefit would it be for them to have other adults praying for them, not just us as parents. I just thought it would be really impactful. So I thought if I could be that for somebody else, that would be amazing. And I already had connections to a lot of the youth girls in our church from teaching Sunday school. So I just thought it would be a neat way to deepen that level with even one or two of those girls. So that was my main motive for getting started on this.
The most impactful part of the Pray For Me campaign was when I was able to see my prayer champions outside of church at work. When I worked at Shell and they would come by to fill up gas or wash their car, we could have a quick 10-second conversation and be able to build our relationship through that.
The most impactful thing for me being a prayer champion over the last couple of years has been seeing the impact that we can have on the young people in our church. I have never actually connected with my prayer students, and so that's sometimes been discouraging. But I've just realized that that doesn't mean I can't be impactful in their life. I've been following the book that we've been given as a guide, and so even when I don't know details, I just feel like it's just so important that all these youth in our church have other adults praying into their life and speaking into their life.
When I was in grade 10, I was 16, I had a serious surgery, and my prayer champion was very quick to reach out to me and ask for updates. And he kept praying for me, and it was just very nice to know that there's somebody there for me during that time. And even though I've graduated and I'm no longer a student, I still have a relationship with my prayer champion. Actually, he emailed me this week. So just being able to continue that relationship, even though I'm no longer a student.
The most impactful part of the Pray For Me campaign would have been this last year. My prayer partner and I went for ice cream and had some good discussions. Just getting to know him and his family on a more personal note was really rewarding.
I would say it's definitely impacted our family relationship and dynamics, even around the dinner table. Just being more intentional about asking, how can we pray for you when you're talking about things that maybe happened at school? And then immediately it triggers in my head like, oh, I should pray about that. Or have you guys asked your prayer champion to pray about that with you? And it's caused a lot of very intentional conversation.
Years ago, I had a really cool experience at church. I joined the Thursday morning Bible study group, and when I got there, it was a men's group. When I showed up in the morning, it was all retirees that were about 30 years older than me, and I didn't think it was going to be a great experience. And I thought maybe I would come once and that's about it. But I ended up going for almost 3 years, and it was a fantastic experience. And it opened my eyes to what the different generations have to offer. And this is the most tangible program that we've done in recent history that bridges the gaps between the generations and really encourages communication and prayer.
I think all the other students at Emmanuel should get involved in the Pray For Me campaign. It's so encouraging to know that every struggle I face, I have people I can go to and talk to them about it and trust that they'll be praying for me actively.
I think it's so important for kids to know that other adults are praying for them, because a lot of times I just see my kids and they're hesitant to share everything with us, and I don't expect them to, and there's a time and a place for it. And I think to know that there's another adult that's a safe place for them.
I graduated now, so I'm no longer a part of the student part of the Pray For Me campaign, but I'm looking forward to becoming a prayer champion and building those relationships with students who can have an impact on my life and me on theirs.
It is so natural for us to venture into circles where it's people that are our own age or that are in our own stage of life. And I think it's unnatural for us to venture into groups with other generations. And I think we have so much to offer each other. I'm still learning from the older people in our church, and I hope I will forever. And I feel like I can offer that to the young people in our church as well. And it's just a great way to feel connected as a community as a whole, and that we are not just a bunch of separate communities, but we are just one big community.